Hi everyone. Welcome to today's session, which is on Venn diagrams. So as you all know, I'm a Nilanjan Dutta, a CAT 100 percentiler, and this is part of the CAT 100 percentiler free initiative, which is on Venn diagram based maxima, minima. This is a very important topic as far as CAT is concerned, and that is why this session is a very important session for all of you to be a part of. So this is a brief about myself, and this is the Unacademy Plus 12 or 24-month program, wherein if you subscribe using the discount code Nilanjan Dutta, you get not only to get part of the live classes, but also personalized mentoring by me, a CAT topper and 100 percentiler, which means other than the live classes, you'll also be eligible for one-on-one mock PI sessions as well. So anybody who subscribes using the discount code Nilanjan Dutta is eligible for mock PIs as well as one-on-one mock score improvement sessions with me in the next few months. It will be on a monthly basis. Every month once you'll be getting this opportunity for the entire subscription period in case you subscribe to the 12 or 24-month program using the code Nilanjan Dutta. Also, on popular request for the CAT 2020 weekday evening batch, we are starting with something for the full syllabus on July 23rd, that is tomorrow. So all you need to do is subscribe to Unacademy Plus using the code Nilanjan Dutta, that is a 12 or 24-month plan, and then share the screenshot with me at the following number 810-2126-799 so they can add you to the batch as well as mark you for these benefits. So in that note, let's start with today's session, which is on Venn diagram. So when we talk of Venn diagram, usually we talk about the easiest form, which is what comes in the exam more often. That is the three variable Venn diagram, where you have X, Y, and Z. That is three sets. Each of these sets are represented in the form of circles. So the black circle is referred to as X. The green circle is referred to as Y. The yellow circle is referred to as Z. So you have 8 variables A to H to denote the portions within each of these circles. The thing is, with 3 variable Venn diagrams, the approach is much more simpler compared to when it is 4 variables, because 3 variables will have only 2 to the power 3, that is 8 alphabets, that is A to H. But the problem is, in 4 variables there are 16 variables, which makes the set a lot more difficult to solve. Which is why in 4 variable Venn diagram sets, the best thing is avoid drawing the Venn diagram approach. It's better to go via the maxima minima approach. The moment I say maxima minima approach, some might be wondering, how do I do maxima minima in case of Venn diagrams? And that is exactly what we'll be learning in today's session. So let's look at a simple example. The first one talks about there being 96 telecallers, out of which 67 like to drink tea, 82 drink coffee. The question is minimum number of telecallers who drink both the beverages. So I need to minimize that count. So how do I do that? Which will be the right answer? So take a minute and then mark your answers in the chat window. What will be the right answer to this? Minimum number of telecallers who drink both the beverages. Thanks, Surabhi. Do recommend my classes as well as the Unacademy Plus classes to all your friends and fellow CAT and MB exam aspirants. So Diksha saying 67. What about others? Remember the question is saying minimum number of telecallers who drink both beverages. So basically I need to minimize this intersection portion. So how do I do that? Tea has 67 people, coffee has 82 people. So what you can do is, whenever you want to minimize the number of people who are drinking both the beverages, all you need to do is take a sum total of 67 and 82. What is that? That comes out to be 149. But the problem is I have only 96 telecallers. Despite getting a total of 149 people liking a particular beverages, I have a luxury of at most 96 telecallers, which means the remaining count of 53 must be people who are counted in both the drinks, which means the answer will be 53. 53 people have to be counted in both the drinks. If I look at the count, if this is 53, this becomes 14, this becomes 29. The total of 14, 53 and 29 comes out to be 96. The main thing is add both the categories. That is giving me a total of 149. The problem is with 96 people, I can achieve a maximum count of 96 into 1, which means the rest 53 has to be people who are in both the beverages category. Hence the answer is option B, 53. Now, Diksha Singh mentioned about 67. What is 67? 67 is the maximum number of telecallers who drink both. So had the question been maximum number of telecallers who drink both, then all you do is form two concentric circles. That is tea 67 and then you have coffee 82, out of which 67 is common. The rest 15 people come in here, which means the common portion is going to be still 67. That is the maximum number of telecallers who drink both, and the rest will be 15. So whenever they're asking you maximum, all you do is form concentric circles and mark the lesser number. Whenever they're asking you minimum, all you do is add the numbers. That is, you do the sum minus you do n minus 1 into max. So in this case, sum is 149. 67 plus 82 is 149 minus n is 2 because there are two variables, tea and coffee. So minus 1 into the max number of people is 96. 149 minus 96 is 53. So this will work for min. This will work for max. For max, the answer will be 67. Note, the 67 will be, this logic of concentric circles will work for every question, irrespective of whether there are two variables or there are 10 variables. Her question may this logic will work. Similarly, her question may this logic will work for minimum number of people in all the categories. Diksha, 67 is the people who are drinking both. 15 is the people who drink only coffee. ये जो difference है 82 minus 67, that is those who drink only coffee but not tea, which is why they are outside the tea circle but within the coffee circle. Now, let us look at a little more complicated question. Here you have finance, marketing, operations, systems, HR, 5 specializations. Each has got a certain number of percentage of students who are taking up courses in that. The question is, you need to minimize the percentage of students who took up courses in all 5 specializations. It might look like a very challenging question because there are 5 variables, but in the end, it is a very simple thing, and especially if you understood the previous 2 questions, it would be very simple to answer. So anybody, what will be the answer to this? Minimum percentage of students who took up courses in all 5 specializations. So how do you do this? You have the individual figures. All you need to do is the formula sum minus n minus 1 into total. What is n? N is 5 because we are talking about 5 specializations. The sum is 84 plus 96 plus 88 plus 79 plus 81. So that comes out to be 328. Sorry, 428. The sum comes out to be 428. So what will be the answer? Sum minus n minus 1 into max. The max percentage of students can be 100% students. So it will be 428 minus 5 minus 1, that is 4, into 100, which is 28%. Hence the answer is indeed going to be option D. So as you can see, it doesn't matter whether the question is 10 variables, 15 variables, it doesn't matter. This logic will always work. Next, same question. The only thing is they have made this maximum percentage of students who took up courses in all specializations. So how do we do this? Max percentage of students who took up courses in all specializations. So try solving this and mark your answers in the chat window. So Diksha, I think 79. What about others? So always when you have to find out maximum percentage of people took up course in all the specializations, all you do is check the least of these 5 numbers, and the least of these 5 numbers is 79%. Hence the answer is option B, 79%. How do you form the figure? Simple. You just form 5 concentric circles. Just form 5 concentric circles. The innermost one includes the 79 people who are in systems. Those 79 people are basically common to all the circles, that is HR 81, then finance 84, operations 88, and marketing 96. It's basically the 79 people in systems, which is common, which means if they're common to all the specializations, they are part of all 5 specializations. So the answer will be 79. So basically all you do in all such questions is, for maximum, just look at the largest, smallest figure out of the 5. For minimum, just apply this formula and get the answer immediately. It doesn't matter whether it is a 10 variable Venn diagram or whatever. So there are 2 more questions you can try at home, and then now we'll move on to the next practice question. So here it says the current affairs faculty at Unacademy wanted to know what all newspapers do the plus course batch of 100 students read. So there was an FB poll conducted, and we found that 74% read the Times of India, 87 of them read the Hindu, all except 32 read the Telegraph, and 89% read the Statesman. The 4 newspapers, each of them are read by a different count of people. The good thing is the number of students and the percentage is the same thing, because the total base is 100 students. So what you do is solve the questions that are there in the set. The first one says, find the maximum number of students who read exactly 2 of the 4 newspapers. So unlike in the previous set where you need to maximize or minimize those in the all 4 newspapers category, here you need to maximize those who read exactly 2 out of the 4. So try taking 2-3 minutes to solve this. Answers: maximum number of students who read exactly 2. So you need to maximize people in the exactly 2 newspapers category. For starters, the total count is 74, 87, the Telegraph is 68, all except 32 would mean 68 people read the Telegraph, 89 read the Statesman. So the total count is, the sum is 74 plus 87 plus 68 plus 89. How much does that come out to be? That comes out to be 161 plus 57. So it comes out to be 161 plus 157, which adds up to give 318. So the total count is 318. You've got to figure out how can I get to a total of 318, maximizing people in the exactly 2 newspapers category. So how do I do that? Can I put all 100 people in the 2 newspapers category? Is that permissible? No. Why? Because in that case, I can get to a maximum total of 200. But I need to get to a total of 318, which means a difference of 118. How can I bridge the gap of 118? The easiest way to bridge the gap is by moving some people from the 2 newspapers category into the highest possible category, that is moving them to the 4 newspapers category. Remember, the highest possible category is those who read all 4 newspapers, and every one person I move from the 2 newspapers category to the 4 newspapers category will give me an incremental count of 2, which means to get an incremental count of 118, I will be needing 59 such people. I'll be needing 59 such people, which means I need to move 59 people into the 4th category and keep back the remaining 41 people in the 2's category. How much is 41 into 2? 82. How much is 59 into 4? 236. If you add 236 and 82, it adds up to give you a total of 318, which means the maximizing the 2 newspapers category way is by moving 59 people into the 4 newspapers category and keeping back 41 people in the 2 newspapers category. Hence the answer is option A, that is 41. Is that clear? How we got the answer as 41? Next one. Find the maximum possible percentage of students who read more than 2 newspapers. What is the sum? 318, which is greater than 100 into 3, which means I can have all 100 people reading 3 or more newspapers. The question says maximum percentage of people who read more than 2 newspapers. Given that I can have all 100% people reading 3 or more newspapers, the percentage of people reading more than 2 newspapers can be as high as 100%. The easiest way would be making, out of the 100 people, making 18 people go into the 4 newspapers category and the remaining 82 people in the 3 newspapers category. That would be a total of 318. Remember, the difference between 318 and 300 is 18, which means all I need to do is move 18 people from the 3 newspapers to the 4 newspapers category. Hence the answer is option D, that is 100%. Next one is saying minimum percentage of students who read all 4 newspapers. So this is similar to the one we discussed. So you can simply apply the formula minimum percentage of students who read all 4 newspapers. So Saman, are you subscribed to Unacademy Plus? So on Unacademy Plus, I'm conducting these classes. What you can do is subscribe using the code Nilanjan Dutta. There is a new batch which is starting from tomorrow, okay, July 23rd. So make sure you're being a part of this batch where we are starting the DLR right from the basics. So minimum who read all 4, it is 318 minus n minus 1, that is 3, into 100, that is 18. The answer will be 18%. Diksha, in this case, there are 41 people in the 2 newspapers category, 59 people in the 4 newspapers category, which means there are 0 people in the 3 newspapers category. Clear? Clear, Diksha, how we can achieve minimum 3 newspaper, exactly 3 newspapers, minimum will be 0. Similarly, here we can have maximum of 82 people in the 3 newspapers category. So maximum 3 newspaper, exactly 3 newspapers, maximum will be 82. So exactly 3, maximum will be 82, minimum will be 0. Good evening, Ankita. The final question in the set, find the maximum of newspapers students who read exactly 1 newspaper. So maximum people who read exactly 1 newspaper. So how do we do this? The easiest way is look at how many people you can put in the all four newspapers category. The problem is only 68 people read the Telegraph, which means I can have a maximum of 68 people in the four newspapers category. So that can be a total of 272. But my sum required is 318, which means I'm still falling short by 36. And how many people do I have? At my disposal, I have 32 people. Sorry, 32 people, and I'm falling short by 46. So I have 32 people remaining. I'm falling short by 46, which means I cannot afford to have all these 32 people in the exactly one newspapers category. I have to move some people from the ones to the highest possible category, that is the three newspapers category. How much is the deficit? The deficit is 14, which means to make up for 14, I need to move 7 people from the one newspapers category into the three newspapers category so that they overcome a deficit of 7 into 2, that is 14. So what I'm doing is, out of the 100 people, I'm putting in 68 in the 4 newspapers category. Out of the remaining 32, again I'm putting 7 people in the 3 newspapers category and the rest 25 people in the 1 newspapers category to get to a total of 272, 21 and 25, which adds up to 318. Note, my 4 newspaper category cannot be pushed further more than 68 because only 68 people read the Telegraph, so my maximum count in the 4 newspaper category is limited to 68. Hence the answer of maximizing people in the 1 newspaper category is going to be option B, that is 25. On that note, we come to the end of today's session. Remember, the 12 or 24 month program, that is where we'll be covering the entire thing. Just make sure you're subscribing and sharing the screenshot at the following number 810-2126-799, having subscribed using the code Nilanjan Dutta. Also, we have the full syllabus batch, which is starting from July 23rd. To get access to that, just share the screenshot having subscribing the code Nilanjan Dutta before tomorrow 9 p.m. class. On that note, thank you everybody and happy learning.